Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, Tower of God turned out to be one of the better shows that came out today. The Eighth Sun was cool too, which I'll talk about. But this show is definitely worth all the hype it's getting. Not only is it a webtoon, and I want to really say thank you Crunchyroll for even getting this out to us. But in the grand scheme of what's popping off, it honestly feels like there's so much going on in this story that they really don't have to even give us specific things that are going on or that's going to continue to kind of transpire. But more or less, when we see everything happening in this week's episode alone, it makes it that much easier to really get a grasp on what type of people are in this world, what type of tests are going to be needed to be completed. Thanks, buddy. And once all of these things get completed, what actually comes with the territory of, reaching higher and higher levels of the tower. Um, we've already seen, for instance, that because of some of these people in the tower and this red marker on weapons, you automatically get this presence and this sense about you that you're not to be trifled with, that you're strong, that you're dangerous. All these types of things come with seemingly this weapon, from what I'm understanding. Um, so we start out with seeing a kid chasing after a girl and not understanding why she's running away and trying to get away, to all of a sudden really come to find out that the reason why she's running, the reason why she's trying to get uh, out of this dark world is so she can climb the Tower of God and be gods and be reborn, which is interesting. But if this is true, how does she, where does she get this information? Um, did it happen? Like, once she wanted this to happen, did she actually get her wish by getting teleported when we saw her? And our main character is on a trail just to pretty much find her. Any way, shape, or form, he's going to try to figure out just where she's gone and where did she come from. Um, I honestly thought this was going to feel weird, and it really did, because people were kind of warning me, since it's a webtoon. Webtoons are weird, in the case of just how they're written, how they're shown to the audience in general. And because it's like that, it was not surprising that I actually got to feel that weirdness oozing through this week's episode. Just everything I saw was cool, but at the same time, you could tell that there was some very open, like, ended stuff happening. Just things kind of happening and happening and happening, which the overall place where they are, I think allows for that. Like, I don't think it was unwarranted things happening out of nowhere, but because of how they set up the story, because of how everything already exists in this world, I feel like it was easily done this way because of the setup and because of what was already set in stone. So that's pretty cool. From what I'm understanding, though, is this kid who is very lucky because he's, I guess, cute to the ladies. That is the only true reason why he has like any powers at all, from uh, Black March and actually getting the Black March to give him strength and stuff like that. Which I gotta say that the person who actually tells him, like the person who's on the team of supposedly the princess or whatever that gave the sword up, um, I don't know whose team he is on. Like, I guess he's just one of those people that are scared of watching death happen and right in front of him, because to think that he was like, you're just gonna give your sword away to that dude, and did you fall in love with him at first sight and all this stuff, and then all that leading into him being the one to give him the true answer on how to get real strength and how to actually win in a battle. Because the the supposed beginning of the test, which wasn't even the beginning of the test, was to throw away your fear of death and be swallowed up by this giant, ridiculously cool looking monster. Okay, he did that. Come to find out, he then goes to try to break this ball that's within the test, and he can't break it because he doesn't have enough power. Can't just swing this sword that he has found and it make a miracle happen and he wins. Nope. The show itself will not allow it to be that easy, which I also thought was a good little nod to how much challenges and thing he's going to have to overcome when the first thing he was, kind of going against didn't even end the way that most of us expected. Him just getting this sword, stabbing the ball one time and breaking it. He had to stab it multiple times, and that wasn't enough until he got the actual power from this woman inside the sword, the Black March itself. And since then, we didn't get to see her ever since she helped him in that one instance. So that's another thing to kind of take in mind here is he's surrounded by multiple people who seemingly can probably take him out relatively quickly without maybe her strength. And maybe he's just getting lucky by this white-haired guy showing up the way he does, because from the battle we saw him have, we already know he can hold his own against um, pretty crazy-looking opponents that seemingly are out for blood. So he took out someone that straight up had bloodlust towards him and not trying to be friendly or anything. So he bops him. Not only that, his bag was holding like a sword in it somehow, which I don't know how the bag was still keeping up, but hey, I am not a bag enthusiast. I just watch the shows. But I don't trust him. I don't trust anybody in this. This is all seemingly just a test to put you against every single person to see if you're more worthy of being at the top of the tower than the next person. So I wouldn't trust anybody if I was this boy. And of course, the person who gave him his weapon is already coming back after him after not being, I guess, bored of watching the trial transpire. And not only that, she thinks he's cute, so it's a win-win for her to hunt down a cute kid, the cute boy that she gave her weapon to, and to then get to see as well how far he's made it without any assistance from her ever since they part ways. So everything in this show is looking relatively good. I'm happy people were talking it up because I definitely saw it and I had expectations, but my expectations aren't ridiculously high, so it felt good to watch a show that people wanted to see and it look and seem as good as people were giving it credit to be. Um, sure, it did kind of end with a very huge cliffhanger with these people all about to practically battle against our one character. One person, in fact, seeing him as good prey to hunt, while another we have no idea why he's or what he sees and what he might want to do. But with the white-haired guy, we can honestly tell he's probably going to be around for a while, or maybe be the main problem of the story, like the last test to get past or something. But as a whole, Tower of God's definitely worth a watch, and not only is it worth a watch, I think it's going to be a show to watch out for, because like I said, webtoons I think don't put in nearly as much detail in every single ounce of it. And I can't even really judge that on the case of just I've never actually read any of it from the webtoon, right? So I have no idea what fully has been said, what's been set up and stuff like that, or how good the dialogue is and stuff. So I'm strictly going off the anime, and so far so good. It's very vague on why things are happening, who these things are going to be happening to, and just where more power is going to come from. We got weapons that actually have physical forms that once you actually ask them for powers and they accept you, you actually get to see them and get stronger. It kind of reminded me of Zanpat Toes from Bleach, where this girl had been asking Black March for the strength and stuff like that, but for some reason she never got it. And then this first time this boy asks for the strength, she gives it to him, and pretty much because A, it's a boy, and B, he's cute. So it's like I hope that's not the overall trend of the show of how he gets around, and this anybody who saves him just thinks he's cute, so they just save him or something. But if that's the running gag, I guess I understand it. It's just hopefully it doesn't overshadow the show. But overall, I highly suggest checking it out. It felt really quick because there wasn't really much to be said. It was really more to be seen, I guess you can say. So, with all that being said, everybody, have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and to all my real subscribers out there that are going to be wondering what I'm going to do later today, I hope I get 2 videos out to you, and later on, after I'm off work, I will get probably basketball out to you guys because I haven't watched it yet. So, if I do get 3 videos out, awesome. And if not, I will get it out later tonight. So with all that being said, everybody, take care, and I will talk to you later. I'm your boy, the Anime G, and I will see you soon. Peace.